Jambo. But why are my hands lighter than my face, So you have decided to click on this video, eh? Let me tell you something then. As a fellow African, I am tired, nah? Tired of what you may ask. I am tired of the Wazungu. For centuries, they have dominated current society, from the economy to our culture. But they have done many unspeakable things to us fellow Africans. But there is one thing that I cannot take, the fact that they are dominating the footballing world. If Africans had the footballing resources that Wazungu had, this fella right here, he would be the greatest in footballing history. So I have a vendetta, and I'm going to set it straight though. Using my connections and resources, I have built an African-based footballing club in England's 4th division. However, it has a couple of restrictions. The board of directors has told me they only want to invest in the youth. The entire team, it must come from our youth academy. As stated earlier, the players, they must be of African descent. So I'm only scouting in African countries. And the first thing I told them is,
look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
Secondly, I said that I have accepted their terms. With my display of dominance, they left the naming of the footballing club to me. I named it Fufu Chiefs FC.
Oh my God!
Baba always told me, football, it is like fufu. It is easy to make, but not everyone can handle it properly. These children, not only will they know how to handle their fufu, they will be world-class footballers, the greatest of their generation. With that being said, subscribe and like the video, or it's 10 lashes.
Oh, do you say
not subscribe to my channel?
But seriously though, the board of directors, these gluttonous pigs have not paid me. I now need a separate salary from this YouTubing thing. Look at me, I look spiffy. The suit makes me look like a smooth criminal. Now I can face the press in all of my smooth criminality. Hello Wazungu, look at me. Not even Scott Parker can dress like me, Hello Mr. Jovo. What is the matter? Can't cut your tongue? I'm sorry, how do you pronounce your name, sir? It is easy. Have you ever seen this video?
Pardon?
This is my brother. We call him Uvu for short in the village. So, could we just call you Joe? Whatever floats your boat. So what are your coaching qualifications, Joe? I was a dinner man, serving dinner to the students in the secondary school. Wait, aren't you that same guy from that one video? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not the same Gangachi hippo dribbling through cones and getting told off by the coach.
You don't have to, so you can never make it.
So you mean to tell me you have no footballing qualifications, licenses, or coaching badges whatsoever? But you are Zungu and your fancy words. I can coach my team my way and we will win the Premier League. Joe, you're in the 4th division of English football. Stop patronizing me, you're a fool. Within 15 seasons, it will happen. God has ordained it. Good luck, Mr. Joe. Shut up, you vanilla gorilla. The Wazungu, as always, look down upon me. Anyways, let's look at our team. We shall take all these Africa... Ebu, why do I say Wazungu? I thought this was an all-African team. It seems the board of directors couldn't find 23 African men to play for them. What a lazy men. I would have plucked them from the street. I would rather play with a bunch of 30-rated players from Africa than you lot. But you know what? I won't play a single game with this team this season. This is complete nonsense. Instead, I shall focus on the youth academy. At least the board of directors has provided us with excellent scouters, the best in the industry. I shall send the first one to my home country, Kenya, for 6 months. He will look for a striker, the next Michael Odinga. He will also look for the next Victor Wanyama, along with wingers who gallop like gazelles. Next, I choose South Africa for 3 months. They hosted the World Cup in 2010. Surely they have some good players in that country. I will look for midfielders and fullbacks. Finally, Ghana. This country constantly produces talent. Let's look for a centre-back and some wide midfielders. Someone like Mohamed Kudus. We haven't even looked at the youth academy yet. Hopefully there is no Kizungu. It seems the board of directors are cheaper than I thought. I shall keep the black players, but everyone else will have their contract-vetted lions. However, we need more players. No worries, I am a patient man. After a month, we can sign these young warriors. Let's look at Kenya first. Hey, I see some absolute ballers here. Odinga and Charles Suku are getting contracted for sure. What about these Eshig? 6'7". You know, the other day I heard that humans evolved from giraffes. My friend, you did not evolve from giraffe. The giraffe evolved from you, You must have hogged all the nyama and jollof in the village. But a Big Bang is good for us, You will also get a contract. Next, South Africa.
What are you doing here?
Even when you try to escape them, they pop up everywhere. How do you expect me to believe that this child is African? He is as white as Ugali. But as long as the birth certificate is correct, then technically we can sign him. He is of African descent. As the Americans say, you've been invited to the cookout. Maybe they have some hidden sauce. What about you, with the name that I cannot pronounce? If you ever bring that rubbish here again, not even Jesus will deliver you from my hand. Foolishness. But the Youth Academy tournament is almost over. Yes, I know that we sit in 17th, but quite frankly, I do not care. I will show you the results of the first team later. This is more important. After picking the best first team possible, I was ready to teach these children how to play Fufu football. Look at our kids, they are as clean as a baby's bums, huh? I chose these colors. They are the most used colors across all African flags. My team needs to represent the entirety of Africa. Anyhow, let us play this game. Look at that. The giraffe has won a ball, and now Chele has it, and he is dribbling as if he has Parkinson's. Remember, children, play Fufu football. You must circulate the ball like your mother stirring the pot of Fufu. This is Editing Joe. I have not played FIFA for about 7 months, so forgive me for playing like a fool.
Look at team. The Wazungu want to play over us, but the giraffe will win every header. Let's see what Mr. Ugali does. What are you doing? Now we have to defend you, incompetent fool. At least make the tackle. Hey, okay. It is only 1-0. Let us keep our composure. I like this. This is good passing. It is as tight as a pack matatu. And the giraffe is now through. Now run at the defender. My child, Porridge can run faster than you. At least we have a corner here. I don't know why the giraffe isn't in the box. Okay, Chile, don't do anything stupid now. Insolent fool. This is the second time. At least stop the counter-attack. Hiya, my child. That Kizungu made you dance like you are dancing in the stars. Oh, we can still get the ball. Siku. Our goalkeeper. Now he is flapping at the ball like a cow's tail flapping at flies. And Siku is tackling as if he's doing yoga classes.
Jesus!
This can't get any worse. You know, I thought I was a very patient man, but I was very wrong. I thought these children were good, but Siku is sliding like a child chasing butterflies. Lots of excitement, but no success. The rest of the match was an utter train wreck. We possessed the ball but had no end product. God fed 5,000 people, but we couldn't feed one good pass to our forwards. The giraffe had the agility of a fridge and was very, very clumsy.
Jesus is Lord!
And now we're down a man. God helps those who help themselves, and you're not helping yourselves, oh? What was worse, it seemed that it was 6v5, as the referee constantly favored the other team. And I think Chele was an undercover agent for the other team as well. I mean, look at these nonsense for example. Why is he stepping there? Chele, I swear I will trade you for a bag of plantains. At least they won't disappoint me half as much as you do. The giraffe was not that terrible, and these Soradebe bloke got the only shot of the game for us. But the ref was still very much against us. I mean, look at this absolute foolish behavior. Why don't they have VAR for this kind of thing, huh? If it was up to me, I would stop showing you the rest of the match. It was very unspectacular. We came back and forth for a while, but we never got the final pass or finish right. Instead of praying for strength, I should have prayed for accuracy instead. In fact, by around this time, I had left the field and gone home to eat some fufu and bleach my eyes. Scoring against us was easier than stealing mangoes during harvesting season. Whenever Chele received the ball, it was like a black hole, it just disappeared. I will need to double check his birth certificate again. The same goes for Siku. He would run like a chicken with his head cut off. I am glad I was not there for the last goal. I would have lost my composure completely. You know what? I won't even say anything. Just watch.
Play! Shoot! Stop! Oh, that must be! Yeah!
When I'm through with you. When I'm through with you. Oh my God.
These children are utterly hopeless. Radebe is like a mango seed in a pile of rotten fruit. But Chele, you will need extra corrective measures. And it seems our first team is taking after the children. We couldn't get a single win after the first 4 games. Afterwards, we are in 21st. So any of the children who had a good rating and good potential, I promoted them straight away. Another month passes, meaning more reports. Kenya brought us more promising talent for us to harvest. I never expected less. South Africa brought us more Wazungu. I was skeptical in signing them. However, the scouters spoke very highly of this one. I don't discriminate at all, so I signed him. He was even better than Radebe. In fact, he was so good, he quickly got promoted to the first team.
What? Oh my God!
And Ghana brought us more rubbish. Speaking of rubbish, I did in fact trade him from that bag of plantains. And he must have been Judas Semper Wazungu to ruin our youth academy, because after he left, the children started playing real Fufu football. They were playing as if they were possessed by the Holy Spirit. Chausiku had finally learned to tackle and also learned how to put the ball into the back of the net. I mean, look at these for example. Brilliant. And when the Wazungu had chances, Frost did not stand there like a deer in headlights. He was saving shots. We breezed past Harrogate Town and showed Notts County our complete superiority, getting us into the final. We were facing the team that had beaten us earlier, Colchester. I had told the children beforehand that the number on their shirt would determine the number of lashes you would get after the game if you had lost this final and to this team again. Radebe had the largest shot number, so he played like his life depended on it. He was playing passes like water sprays out of the ground when he found a spot for the well in the village. The children had learned the principles of Fufu football. We were physical and strong in defense, and we would pass the ball as if it was a hot potato. My goodness, this goal was so good it felt like I was being baptized in the fire, as Radebe blasted it into the back of the net. And even though he was not born in Africa and he was too short for a keeper, Frost had put a shift in for us. Unfortunately, he will probably get released soon. Here's Radebe, dribbling and moving like a snake slithering through grass. He plays a pass to Casasella, who has his shot saved. I don't think you could hit water if he fell out of a boat, but there was no need for him to score, as the other players could pick up the slack for him. Chausiku was now running like a chicken that had kept his head and was making the right runs to put the ball into the back of the net. And Oniga closed the game with a good piece of skill, dropping his shoulder to get past his defender and slot it home. Now this is looking much better. After that performance, I had decided to promote Eshe and Nkurama. We now have the Great Wall of Africa in the defense, and our good results in the youth tournament seem to be rubbing off in the first team. It seems they are taking notes from the children rather than the other way around. A new month means harvesting season for us. We have more sweet corn to pick from the fields of Africa.
I want to harvest you. You are corn, no? We are very ripe corn.
Ghana has finally produced a worthwhile talent, Edward Fuseini. He will probably be promoted very soon. South Africa brought more talent. I like this player, despite him being a Kazungu. However, there was no way he was better than our current left back. If I had been more careful, I would have seen that he could play center midfield, but I was not complaining, oh. It seemed that the talent in Kenya had been all harvested. I told the reporter to go look harder. I'm sure there are plenty of kids who can play football. I decided to scout in Senegal and Congo after the networks in South Africa and Ghana had ended. I will look for the next Sadio Mane in Senegal, and I am in desperate need of a keeper, so I went searching in Congo. Not much has happened since October, so I skipped ahead to the midway point. I shall show you the sweet corn I have harvested since then. Yes, Sue, 13 contract renewals. I shall do that later. I have made some tough decisions and released players like Radebe and Odinga. Husseini had shown excellent growth and was ready to be promoted to the first team. We had signed this kid from Kenya as well, who was showing promising growth as well. However, our three biggest talents were insane. Michael Sokoine was 55 rated, had just turned 15 years old, and was 82 to 94 potential. Our biggest talent was Robert Balde. He had just turned 14 and was 54 rated, with 80 to 94 potential. I can see him being better than a certain Senegalese legend. Finally, I had just signed this Michael Persson from Senegal as well. He was also a legend in the making, with 73 to 94 potential. We not found a capable keeper as of yet in Congo. Kenya brought so much good talent, but their potential was as bright as a dying ember in a cold stove. Charles Malay was the only good Mtoto from there, so he got signed. The scouting areas had just ended, so I decided to scout in these countries for promising talent to harvest. And this is how the first team is looking. Less Wazungu and more Africans. I had signed this Diata bloke with pretty good potential, around the high 80s. But he will probably get loaned out as soon as Balde is ready to be promoted. And you can see the fruits of my labor being reaped on the pitch. We kept winning in January. And it was also being reaped in the youth academy tournaments as well. I believe Robert Balde is the second coming of Jesus. He may need some growth hormones, but who cares about being as tall as a stack of pancakes when he can do what he does? Michael Sokone was a left-footed midfield maestro who could do it all. He could probably cross the Sahara Desert and still make it back in time for kickoff with the engine he has. And Boba could probably dribble through a herd of charging elephants and still put the ball in the back of the net. We catch this Kazungu lacking in the back, and Sokone puts the ball in the back of the net to complete a 5-0 thumping on MK Dons. The Savannah Sparrow was tiny and elusive as ever, and always striking at the right moment, assisting the Kenyan Kafaru. It was like the short, shrunken Simba was put on this earth to play football, I promise I'll make this in total the greatest African ever to touch a football. However, when you play with several attackers on the pitch and almost no defensive players, cracks will start to show. Our keeper decided to give the goal to the Kizungu.
But your brain is like that of a fowl.
And Sekone decides to go charging at the defender like a rhino and completely misses the tackle, making it 2-2. We were quickly losing our foothold on this game. I'm not sure why the Savannah Sparrow was playing in the back, but what was even worse than that was the Kizungu playing a pass that sliced through our defense like a hot knife through Fufu. It seemed like the other team had buried charms near our goalkeeper's post and was using voodoo. Even when we played Fufu football, moving the opposition around like a lion chasing gazelles in the savannah, it was not enough to counteract the voodoo. So Corne was as wasteful with his chances as a child abandoning their portion of nyama. And they made us pay for our insolence. Wale gets skinned alive by these Kizungu, who pushed the ball so far into the back of the net, it felt racially motivated. The Savannah Sparrow scores a goal to help reignite our spirits, but there was not enough time, meaning we lost 4-3 to Crew Alexandra. One way to ease my anger at the children losing the Youth Academy tournament was to escort the Kizungu out of the club. It brought me great joy, I must say. I need to do this more often. I had found a low move for Samuel, meaning Fuswani could finally get some consistent playing time, and I made sure to reject the Wazungu advances on our players. There is no way they are stealing our resources again. However, throughout the entire month of February, they stole lots of points from us. They must have also stolen all the good players from the countries we were scouting in, because I found no good talent from that month. I only found this goalkeeper throughout the entire month of scouting. I guess the Wazungu is still able to steal the resources from us. I guess history never fails to repeat itself. But not only that was during Black History Month as well. Foolish behavior. In March, we found some more good Nigerian goalkeepers. And we finally found a central midfielder that could play with Kaleta in the first team, temporarily, until Sokoina gets promoted. Hopefully, we can steal back points in the month of March. Let us try again. Okay, one more time. Just one win. Just one win. After those performances, even God himself has abandoned us. No worries. Instead, we shall ask our supporters to pray for our youth academy to make the finals. And the prayers worked. Siku plays the ball into the Savannah Sparrow, who turns his defender and scores. Off of a throw-in, we get the ball into Skoina, who plays a wonderful first-time ball into Siku, who finishes comfortably. After defending the cross, we hit Newport on the counter-attack. We find the Savannah Sparrow in plenty of running space, which is like giving President Roito the keys to the Kenyan National Bank. And the Wazungu seemed to be fine with giving us the keys to the gold reserves as well. They played the ball right into our best player, allowing a 3v1 counter. For Bode, it is like a 1v0. They had to foul him just to stop him. But there are 3 certainties in life: death, taxes, and Bode finding the back of the net. After our recent successes in the Youth Academy tournament in March, we went scouting in new areas for talent in April. I did not find much in the new countries, but Burundi produced some great talents. However, our first team gave me great depression because we were still as bad as we were in the months of February and March.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
So after April had passed, I decided to terminate the contracts of all the remaining Wazungu, and I kept any player who was either useful, black, or African. Oh joy, the season has finally come to an end. But what is with all the good and happy music? We finished 15th. Do you think this is a cause for a celebration? Look at our team. We're one of the best teams in the league. What kind of utter nonsense is this? Despite our defense being almost 70 rated, we played like incompetent idiots. MK Dons finished the top of the table, with Southwood City and Fleetwood Town taking the automatic promotion spots as well. This will be us next season. Mark my words. Louis Parsons was the top goal scorer for the season. He scored 32 across all competitions. Despite not being African, this is a very good man indeed. Kalata was a top assister with 9 in 47 and had excellent growth across the season. Excellent stuff from our centre mid. What a lad. Look at that, he also picked up 6 clean sheets, huh? He can do everything, huh? Speaking of clean sheets, Nkurama had the most across the season, also having good growth as well. The African Kazungu also finishing with 7 across the season as well. And would you look at that, the Giraffe also had 6 as well. Our youth academy also has lots of excellent talent that is ready to get promoted by next season. I can't wait until the likes of Sokoina and Balde are ready to get promoted. They will tear up the league. But this team right here, next season you better win something, because finishing 15th is unacceptable. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And remember, a plate of fufu a day keeps the doctor away.